second, or your processor, whichever you see fit. They had more than sufficient cooling for everything.
And what particular graphics card do we have in this one?
This is the Hercules Prophet 3, which is a GeForce 3 based video card with programmable pixel and vertex shaders and all that cool stuff.
Now, there's this strange green monster over here from Alienware. Is this just like cool style, Gordon, if you want this to be?
Well, I think for the Alienware and also for the Falcon, gamers are hardcore PC people. They want people to know that they have pride in their ride. They don't want a Ford Taurus beige box. They want, you know, a Dodge Viper.
It's got to stand out.
It's got to stand out. You bring that to a party, or a LAN party, which a lot of game people do, and people are going to give you some looks.
Yeah, and we don't have the monitor here, but the monitor's green, the keyboard's green, the mouse is green, the speaker's green. It's a different one. All right, let's go to the performance of this thing over here, if we could, Will. We have a couple demonstrations up there. First of all, the game called Black and White. I want you to run the game off the Falcon and show us what is it about the game that demands a lot from the hardware.
Well, if you look at this game, it's a God-type simulator game. You can see everything, manage everything from the island level, you know, this huge 500-acre island, all the way down to the individual people in the villages on the island. So we'll zoom in and take a look at the villagers here. And here's the nursery area of the village with all of our people in it. Each of these people is, I think, 800 polygons, somewhere around there.
And a lot of them running around. There's a lot of different things going on at once. It's all relatively smooth. The detail's pretty good. So, I mean, again, if you're the hardcore gamer, you want the realism, you want the frame rate, you want just everything to be absolutely maxed out. All right, now you have another example, which is even better than that one. It's sort of a benchmark test of a sort of scene that is just really incredible in terms of what you can get out of an optimized game machine. And pull that one up.
Exactly. This is from 3D Mark 2001. It's the nature demo. And it's basically, it's a DirectX 8 game. It requires a DirectX 8 compatible accelerator like the GeForce 3. And it's what we can expect to see from games in the next year or two.
I mean, this looks like you're looking at a movie. I mean, an HD TV movie in a way, right? I mean,
certainly. It uses all the pixel and vertex shader effects that the GeForce 3 offers to do lighting on the water, as well as some interesting effects with the trees.
You know, let me ask you about the trees. If we can see another scene, I mean, we see the leaves waving and all the branches going in different directions. I mean, it looks so realistic. What's it take to do that?
Well, the cool thing about the trees is that the leaves are two-sided polygons, which means that each side of one polygon is textured with a different texture, as opposed to the old way of doing it, which is put one texture on a polygon and slap another polygon on the other side to texture it. And that lets the light shine through the trees and the leaves on the trees and look realistic.
Yeah, so you get, I mean, the real lifelike experience. You put together the graphics, you put together the sound, you got a real game going. Yeah. Now, does it cost me more to do something like buying a Falcon or an Alienware?
I think this Falcon is right around $3,500, which is a little bit more than a comparable
What
Dell.
kind of processor?
This is an Athlon 1.3 gigahertz processor, but you get a lot more service with the $3,000.
So if you call up in the middle of the night and you're having trouble with your game, these guys are going to say, "Whoops, we don't deal with games."
No,
they'll know what you're talking about.
They'll know exactly what you're talking about. They'll say, "Oh, well, to get Quake 3 to run, then here's what you need to do."
All right, Gordon. Last thing I want to talk to you about is this laptop over here. If you use a laptop, you're kind of stuck when it comes to playing real games, right? Because you just can't support it. This is a Dell Inspiron 8000. What is it about this machine? You say this is the only laptop you could really play a game like Quake 3 on.
Right. The reason this Inspiron is so great is because it's one of the first notebooks out with GeForce to Go.
Yeah, let me just sort of run it here a little bit so we can see what's going on.
Which is basically a little brother to the GeForce 3.
So the big deal is it's got the big-time graphics card in there, so you can really look at a game like Quake.
It also has a 1 gigahertz Pentium 3 processor in the notebook.
Okay.
This notebook's probably faster than most of the machines that were made last year.
So you might get better gameplay off this laptop than you could off a lot of desktops right now.
Right.
Because of the combination of that graphics card, CPU, etc.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you very much. So it's worth going out there and buying a real gaming PC if you're a gamer. Certainly. Thank you, guys. All right, that's our look at building the ultimate gaming computer. Don't go away. I'll be back in just a moment with my pick of the week. Now for my pick of the week. I used to travel with a small portable CD player. Nice to have some music with you on the road, especially if you don't have time to rip your CDs and organize your MP3 player. But that's all it did, play music. Now I have discovered this little gem from Sony called the Digital Relay. It's about the same size as my old CD player. It weighs less than a pound, but this is more than a CD player. It is a battery-operated CD burner that can burn CDRs or CDRWs. It's more than a traditional CD player. It can also play CDs with MP3 files on them, since it comes with an integrated MP3 decoder. That means with just one MP3 CD, you can carry around up to 11 hours of music. The digital relay comes with a nice suite of software for burning and organizing your CDs. It also includes software that makes it easy to use the drive for data backup or as a portable storage device with infinite capacity. What's really cool about this is you can easily burn a presentation CD for a client while you're on the road with photos, music, videos, whatever, and you're not carrying around much more than you would with a plain old CD player. The digital relay comes with a rechargeable lithium-ion battery that lets you burn 2 hours on a single charge, and since it can record at 4x speed, that's the equivalent of burning 8 hours of music on one charge. And it features an 8 meg memory buffer, so you can record reliably, even off a slower computer. It connects to your PC through the USB port. It's called the Digital Relay from Sony. It works with a Windows PC or a Mac, and cost is under $400. That's it for this week's Computer Chronicles. Thanks so much for joining us. If you have any questions about anything you saw on this week's show, please check out our website at computerchronicles.org. Hope to see you here again.